First of all, I want to say good afternoon and thanks for joining us. My name is Ralph Schultz. I'm the President and CEO of the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce. And today we are proud to join businesses and business organizations across the state in urging Tennessee legislators to stay the course on more rigorous Common Core state standards and the new park assessments that will go with those standards. Together, the regional chambers across the state have formed a new organization, Businesses for Tennessee Prosperity, and working alongside statewide organizations such as the Tennessee Chamber and the Tennessee Business Roundtable, will be continuing to advocate for these stay-the-course Common Core state standards. In addition to our members and volunteers communicating with legislators on a regular basis during the legislative session, we've taken the step to retain the services of McMahon and Winstead and all of the people who represent us at the state levels, like Dan Haskell, will also be a part of the effort in communicating and participating in our legislative strategy. So together we're making staying the course on standards and assessments the business community's top priority this legislative session. It's a great time to be in Tennessee. Businesses are creating jobs. Just in the Nashville and Middle Tennessee region, there were 113 business expansions and relocations and 15,000 new jobs, resulting in $2.2 billion in capital investment. But businesses are only going to continue to expand and to locate in this area, creating new jobs, if there are skilled and knowledgeable workers here to fill those jobs. And that's a challenge that our business owners and our executives see and live every day. So today, to kick off our event, I'd like to turn the podium over to Susan Lanigan, who most recently served as Senior Vice President for one of America's most successful corporations, Dollar General, and who currently serves as a board member for the Dollar General Literacy Foundation. Susan?
Thank you, Ralph. I am happy to be here today to talk about the importance of Common Core to Tennessee and to the business community. Dollar General employs around 100,000 people across the country. What I learned while I was there is that it is imperative that those employees, even the ones in entry-level positions, are proficient in the basics of math and literacy. Dollar General store employees work with customers all day long. They must be able to solve problems and communicate effectively. They have to be able to read and implement complicated merchandising plans and operating procedures. They have to be able to understand financial goals and objectives and to calculate their performance against those goals. They have to be able to interact effectively, concisely, and without error in real time with their supervisors and with headquarters here in Tennessee. And those communications are usually in writing, via email or other electronic means, so they have to be computer savvy as well. Without certain reading, writing, and math skills, those employees invariably fail. For an employer such as Dollar General, trying to hire employees that actually have the necessary basic skills that a good public education is supposed to provide can be a tremendous challenge. Frankly, right now, a high school diploma is not a guarantee. The high school diploma may mean one thing in one place and something totally different in another. That is true in Tennessee and elsewhere around the country. The company recognized this fact early on, and the Dollar General Literacy Foundation has always focused on the huge need to help adult learners go back and acquire the basic skills and knowledge that many simply did not receive in their K-12 public school experience. So I am very encouraged by the recent test results that showed Tennessee is the fastest improving state in the country in education. We are making progress, and I know with Common Core and other efforts we will continue that progress. We cannot go back to a time when Tennessee had low academic standards, and now is certainly not the time to go backwards on accountability either. We need to make sure students are mastering these new rigorous standards by moving forward with the new park assessments in 2015. I feel so strongly about the need to stay the course that I plan to spend much of my personal time over the next few months as a chamber volunteer talking with legislators about the strong business case for the Common Core standards. I'd now like to turn it over to a board member of the Tennessee Business Roundtable and a distinguished business leader in East Tennessee, Mr. Gordon Fee.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here and to represent the Tennessee Business Roundtable, who for their 30 years of existence have been deeply involved in leadership in the education field in Tennessee. For the last 5 years or so, we've all worked very hard to get to the point we are now. And these Common Core standards are designed to give the kids who come out of our high schools the skills they need to move forward. Most recently, the governor announced the Drive to 55, which is another step at trying to make sure that we have the skilled workforce we need in Tennessee in order to attract jobs and, more importantly, to keep the jobs we have. Whether you be in the high-tech field that I come from in Oak Ridge, where we have the Oak Ridge National Laboratory and have lots of high-tech jobs, to the hospitality industry, where I spent the last 10 years assisting my son in Pigeon Forge, all of us today need better skilled workers, and the way to get that is through public education. There's nothing more important today for this legislative season, as we see it, than to hold the course and make sure we don't go backwards, and that we build upon these skills to continue to make Tennessee a leader in education improvement. We hope that that is what comes out of this, and we encourage every business firm in the state of Tennessee to talk to your legislators and to make sure that they understand that we need a skilled workforce, and to stay the course of the Common Core is the way to do that. And to continue this dialogue, I'd like to introduce Daryl Freeman, who's the CEO and founder of an IT firm here in Nashville called Zyklon.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Daryl Freeman. I am the founder of Zyklon here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a company that I started in the office the size of a closet about 22 years ago. Today, Zyklon employs about 400 people across the country. Many of those employees are here in the state of Tennessee. I want to say, without a great educational system, if we don't achieve those goals, it's going to be very difficult for a company like Zyklon or any other company in this state to grow and to develop. So I want to stress that we should stay focused on the core curriculum so that we can get highly educated individuals in our city, in our state. So, for example, this Common Core has been set up was helped developed by the state of Tennessee, by educators across the state of Tennessee to prepare students for college. And for example, me personally, I grew up in a family where neither of my parents graduated from high school. So I understand firsthand how important a state is to have a great educational system. And I want you all to stay focused on those efforts. And I'm thankful to be a part of this whole process. But I know firsthand as an entrepreneur and as an individual, to live the American dream, you must have a good educational system. And for the folks in this room and in this legislature, let's make sure that we stay focused and we stay the course. And now I'll turn it over to Clay Thompson.
Go ahead. Thank you, Daryl. I'm Clay Thompson. I'm president of CAT Financial Insurance Services, which is a part of Caterpillar's Financial Products Division, headquartered up the street on West End. At Caterpillar, we talk a lot about competing in a global marketplace, as a lot of other Tennessee employers do, and Caterpillar suppliers do. And that all sounds good. It always helps to think specifically. In 2012, we exported about $20 billion of Caterpillar equipment to markets outside the U.S. And you think about kind of a case study of how that works. Our sort of flagship product, the D10 track-type tractor, which is a bulldozer, has a blade about the size of this backdrop back here. It's assembled in East Peoria, Illinois. It has a transmission that's components are manufactured in Dyersburg, Tennessee. And we sell those in places like China and Chile and Australia and all over the world. And what we're trying to do, and what we have to do in order to maintain global leadership, is sell that product to a dealer or to a customer and convince that customer it's a better value for them than the equivalent product manufactured by great companies like Komatsu in Japan, like Liebherr or Volvo in Europe, or some newly great companies like Sany or Lugong in China. how do you do that? Well, the key is to have great employees. Whether it's that assembly person in Dyersburg, whether it's the person down the street here in Nashville that's assembling the lease and loan package or extended protection package to bundle with that product. Those folks have to be able to think critically, have to be problem solvers, have to be excellent communicators. Those competencies kind of roll off my tongue right now because we're at Caterpillar. This is the week where we're doing annual performance reviews. and those are three that are right off our performance review form. And those are also things that the Common Core does a great job in terms of setting standards to develop. The good news is, well, the bad news, I'll start with the bad news is, not just in Tennessee, but across the country, we're having trouble attracting the type of world-class employees we need to compete in that global market. The good news in Tennessee, as been mentioned earlier, is we're making huge progress. And the NAEP scores from late last year really validate that we're on the right track. I don't think I have to remind this room that it was 6 short years ago when Tennessee was getting national attention for a different reason. The U.S. National Chamber of Commerce basically gave us an L because our standards were too low. We were kidding ourselves in terms of the standards we were holding our schools to. The educators in this state and the public policy officials rose to that challenge. They did things like the Tennessee Diploma Project and Common Core standards. Common Core standards just 3 years ago. It took a lot of political will. And it would be a mistake now not to pause and thank the educators for the work and commitment they've put into those improvements that we've seen in the last couple of years. I'm a son of 2 teachers and the father of 2 public school students, and I know darn well that's where the rubber hits the road. And you don't see improvements like we've seen here without a lot of commitment in the classroom. But we've got a ways to go yet, and it's the wrong time to turn back. So we're here today as part of the business community to deliver the message. Please don't change, delay, or roll back a Common Core or the commitment to the PARCC assessments. It's really critical both to the future of our children and to our economic prosperity here in Tennessee that we stay the course and maintain our commitment. Thank you very much for your time.
If you're like me, you wanted to break out in applause so many times, so can we have... What you see arrayed on this platform is the tip of the iceberg of support that businesses have for maintaining the Common Core state standards. These people represent thousands and thousands of businesses in this state that are encouraging legislators to stay the course on these important improvements. So thank you for being here today. Thanks to all of you for interrupting your day to be here to make a statement about the importance of this issue for you. Thank you.